Toastmaster Palani is going to give his speech on engaging humor pathways, level 2, project 2, connecting with an audience with the title Need of the Hour. Toastmaster Palani, Need of the Hour, Need of the Hour, Toastmaster Palani. Over to you, Toastmaster Palani.
Good morning to one and all. I have a son. His name is Vaibhav. He's just over 2 years old. Right now, the greatest joy in my life is to watch him observe the world, explore the world with all his curiosity. Do you know what my greatest fear is? I don't want him to lose his curiosity as he grows up. Because today I see a lot of people, as they cross their 20s, 30s, and 40s, they lose their life's most precious asset, which is their curiosity. When there is no curiosity in life, there is no sense of meaning, and it kinds of feels very terrible. I don't want that to happen to any kid in the world. So I asked this important question. Why does this happen in the first place? And I found the answer too. Let me explain. Imagine you all have two options. Option one, you can go to a theater, watch a blockbuster movie, let's say Bahubali. Option two, you can go to your school and attend a math or a science class. Now, honestly, tell me, how many of you will attend the math or science class? The smiles tell the answer. Most won't, right? Why? Because movies engage us, and unfortunately, our classes don't. Now, why do movies engage us? What is the underlying structure behind what engages the human mind? Let's dive in a bit deeper and understand. In movie, there is always this question: what will happen next? It is that question that grabs our attention and holds it. That is the first step in engagement. Slowly, in any movie, you start to develop a relationship with that character. You start to feel for the character. You start to guess as to what is going to happen next in the movie. And you ultimately want that character to win. This relationship, this is the second step in engagement. And finally, when you get to witness the climax, you get the ultimate answer you have been waiting for. That answer is the last step in engagement. Not only movies, anything that engages the human mind. It may be sports, it may be video game, it has this three-part structure. How does it work in sports? What is the question there? Who will win the match? What is the relationship? When the match becomes a bit tighter, we don't move. We don't let others move. We even start praying. That's the intensity of the relationship. And finally, when we see Dhoni hit the six, we burst out in joy and we get the climax we have been waiting for. So when you have a great question, followed by a strong relationship and an ultimate answer, the human mind is engaged, period. Now, what happens in our classrooms? Students, turn to page number 72, third chapter, 7th paragraph, Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. You get the answer in chorus. That's the end of curiosity right there. My friends, seriously give it a thought. When there is an answer without any form of question or any form of relationship whatsoever, does the answer have any value for the kid? Absolutely not. But unfortunately, that's what is happening in our schools day in and day out. And when this happens for a period of 15, 20 years, we lose our most precious gift, our curiosity. Now, let me ask the question to understand the gravity of the scenario. How many of your teachers have inspired or engaged you? I want a number. I'm looking at a number. How many teachers you've had in your life have inspired or engaged you? Any
3.
answers?
3.
3. 3. Girish?
5.
5. Anyone else?
2.
Yeah.
2.
So, assuming that we all have completed undergrad, we would have had at least 100 teachers in our life, schooling and college put together. Listening to the answers, it's absolutely clear that less than 10% of our teachers have engaged or inspired us. My friends, think about it. If 90% of the teachers are not going to engage or inspire us or our kids, isn't it a big problem? It absolutely is. Now, what's the solution? We need to understand that whatever technology comes in, it is our teachers who are at the heart of the education system and invest in their learning and development. Think about it. In corporate sector, several lakhs goes into learning and development. Whereas in the education system, where the future leaders are made, the investment in learning and development is absolutely minuscule. I'm not even sure if every school has a L&D budget. So, my dear friends, if we can make sure that we invest in the learning and development of our teachers, if we can create a system wherein the teachers imbibe and get trained in the 3-part structure of what engages the human mind, I am sure we'll be able to create master communicators out of our teachers and ensure extraordinary experiences in our classrooms. That, my friends, is the need of the hour. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Over to the TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Palani, for the wonderful speech. I'm sure your speech was well connected.
Toastmaster Jemy Romany to provide evaluation.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Girish. So today my target speaker, Toastmaster Palani, has truly nailed the floor with a very impressive speech. So I must congratulate that you had a wonderful speech today. The speech met the objective where you had to engage the audience. So I must say that you are a great storyteller, where you began by quoting an example of your own child, a 2-year-old child. So that curiosity of your child, how it led to what you had to share with us, the message was clearly depicted in your speech. So that was very well done, I must say. So the important areas of your speech is how to engage, and you brought out the difference of movies and schooling. What is the difference between two? The 3 steps, the 3 effective steps. I'm sure today no one will forget these 3 steps. That is truly, truly impressive, I must say. You know, the whole engagement, what you were trying to bring in your speech was quite effective because you had a very strong message as well at the end of the speech, which is the need of the hour. And that was also the title of your speech. So, a very impressive, very effective title. So, you really met that objective as well, to make us, help us understand what is the intent, what are you trying to bring out in your speech. So, I must applaud for that. Now, I must say that you had a flawless speech where I could not observe anything if I have to recommend anything. So I would just like to summarize in total that what I felt about your speech is that your speech was obviously flawless, with full of emotions and a strong message. even though you had a very empowering speech, it would have been more impressive if you would have utilized the stage more effectively by standing. That would have been more impressive, where we would have got an opportunity to see more hand gestures of yours, more voice modulations. That would have been more impressive, is what I felt. Nevertheless, it was an outstanding speech. It could go to the next level if you adopt these measures. At the first glance, we were thinking, what is the purpose and are we going to achieve the objective? But the resurgence of your speech was inevitable. Thank you so much and all the best for your next speech. Thank you, and back to Toastmaster Girish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jemy.